Okay, today I'm gonna walk you through setting up a Spelo pick and play for the Georgia market. This version here is 92570. It'll also work on 92570 black and blue, and should work on red when red software is available. You're gonna want to install your fledgling in the bottom down here. All the wires for the fledgling will be down here by the fledgling board. Run your cable through the back of the machine, up through the back of the machine. Plug it into your DB9, which will be a crossover. Then insert your dongle. It's going to get you to level 3 programming. Take your operator key and enter the back office. And you'll see I am at level 3 in the back office. So the first thing I'm going to do is enable the games. So you go to Options, Games, Pay Tables and Denominations. Here's where you're going to enter either high or low pay tables depending on what your location wants. And hit apply. You've just enabled your games. You're going to go to game machine. You want to calibrate the touch screen. You want to be pretty precise. If you're not precise, it will start you over automatically, and you'll have to keep doing it until you're right on those crosshairs. Options. You want to turn your minimum down to 0, maximum at 5%. That's about right. Depending on what kind of location you have, you might want it a little bit louder. Some want it quieter. Player control volume. Player can control the volume from the main screen. Gives them 3 different options: low, medium, and high, and then off. You can turn that off or on depending on your preference and your location preference. Games. Continuous play and autoplay. Continuous play is if you just hold the button down, it'll keep spinning. Autoplay is on the main screen. When you're playing the game, you can hit autoplay and it just spins until you have a winner and stops. You hit the win correct reel, it'll start back spinning again. So that's up to you, depending on how you want to set it up. Progressives, here's where you would adjust your progressives. This is only going to adjust the starting progressives. It's going to cap out at 4,000 on low, 8,000 on high. So just pick a game. Whatever you want the progressives to start out at. You can just touch jackpot, hit value, punch in whatever value you want it to start out at. Then you're going to want to go to gaming machines. You're going to want currency acceptance limit. You want this at about 120. It is a true limit, so if somebody's playing with a $100 bill and they get down to 25 cents, it won't let them stick another $100 bill in there because it would put them over that $100 limit. So if they're playing with the hundreds and you have that turned on, then you want to get that above 100, 110, or anything above 100. Payout limit, you want that off. Anytime, if that's enabled and it's at 100, anytime anybody wins over 100, the clerk will have to come back here and stick their key in to approve it basically before it'll print, and nobody wants that most of the time. So you want payout limit off. You want to adjust your time and date if it's not correct when you get it. You want to enter your serial number, and it's on the side of the machine here, and that's for data downloads later down the road. If you decide you want to download the data off the machine, that's part of the identification. When you stick the USB port in, it'll pull up the serial number off the game on your data file, so you know what game it was if you didn't physically write it down each time. Go to COM, counting control. You want to enable serial 232, which will then light up the serial 232 down here. And here's where you're going to program what game number it is. If it's game number 8 in the location, then you would simply type in 8 and hit enter. Now this is on port 8 on the site controller. This is game number 8. You hit exit and you're ready to go. Protocol communication lost means it's not communicating with Interlock yet. Security key is my dongle I have inserted here. Pull it out. Logic box open. I got the logic box door open here, and the slot door is this door here. It's just telling you the error. So at this point, you call in to have it commissioned, and I usually leave the door open. And when you start commissioning it, and they start entering, this protocol communication loss will start flashing off and on. That means they're trying to commission or enter information on this machine. Once it goes off and stays off for about 10 seconds, it's usually ready to go commissioned, even if they haven't told you you're not yet. But you generally want to wait on them to tell you it's commissioned, but I don't. This goes off and stays off for 10 seconds. I do my coin in events, and then when they tell me it's commissioned, I tell them I got the coin in events done. They can go ahead and check that. So anyway, that's how you set up a Speedlow Pick and Play.